Hi, Savannah. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. What are we up to today?
Well, I have to go across the island to St. George's. It's about 20 miles,
Okay.
but it seems longer because the roads are... And I have to go see our broker and deal with a export to London that's going to happen next week. I have to get
so
some
the business side.
The business side.
Oh, the business
The details,
side.
the details.
Can I accompany you? Check out
Sure,
the details?
why not? You'll get a nice view of Grenada on the way.
Fantastic.
I want to give the broker this information on the way there, so he might have done the paperwork by the time I get there, so we don't wait as much. So I'm going to need this number, and I'm going to need this number. Just tell me those numbers while I'm talking to
While
him.
you're
Yeah, that way
talking on the phone and driving,
Yes,
Max.
exactly. Exactly what I'm trying to.
Oh, I don't want to contribute.
Well, the thing is, look at it this way. You are contributing to our safety, because otherwise I'd be reading that
And talking on the
and
phone
driving.
and driving. Okay, I'm happy to assist then.
Even though there's a few different types of chocolate bars and also cocoa powder, you can just say chocolate products like we did last time, right? And just do a total number of boxes. And the total weight is...
3,335 kilos.
3,335 kilos.
I feel like we're doing a drug deal.
You know, over the years I've been delegating things like this and things like everything involving the business more and more to other people.
So you're setting up eventually that it kind of a little bit runs on its own and you can't go off for a couple months and do what you need to do?
For the first few years I couldn't leave for a day, and I roasted every single batch myself, in fact. Then slowly all of the chocolate making over the years became possible to do without me at all, as long as nothing breaks. And then the business side, which is the least interesting to me, in an ideal world, somebody else would sell
We'll
the chocolate.
totally take care of that part. You just get to roast it and then somebody else fills out the paperwork.
Exactly. Okay, here we are at the customs house. Now I just have to hope that the right person's in here to stamp this. One little stamp and then we're done.
All right, Ma, what are we in for now? It looks extreme.
Well, now I'm going to take you on my favorite thing for me to do in my life here in Grenada, apart from making chocolate, of course. This is my little Hobie cat.
Cool.
Amazing little invention. It looks small, but I take it all the way to Carriacou, 20 miles away.
Wow, we're not going all the way there, are we?
No, we don't have time for that today. We would have had to
I
leave
don't
early.
feel prepared.
I'm not prepared either.
Your life is obviously very different from when you were living back in Philly and New York.
Of course, I feel extremely fortunate. I mean, it's almost, you know, sometimes people think I'm joking if I'm traveling and I tell them exactly how my lifestyle is here, because it sounds a little fairy tale-like.
And what would your advice be for people that have this dream of cutting the cord and moving to an island?
Well, I would say in a nutshell is you identify a place that you seem to love or you're intrigued with and that you identify as being extremely safe. Then you can have reckless abandon. You can go live in the woods, you can just couch surf, you can probably meet people if they're nice people, and then that could lead to all kinds of things like it has in my case.
And what about the future of the Grenada Chocolate Company? What do you see for that?
I would just love to grow it. It's been a long road, but we have a long way to go. You know, we have only 12 farms. It took many years to develop this cooperative and get this amount of farms, and we could have hundreds of farms. That would simply make many more jobs, which people need so much here, and help more cocoa farmers.
Create more jobs
just
build your factory.
Just survive this project and grow.
All right, well, I think I'm ready to get out there.
You ready? It doesn't look too rough to you?
No, no, no. I'm a very able crew member, so I can help you out with this. No
Good,
problem.
That's going to be important.
All right, shall we push her out to sea?
Let's do it. There were many moments over the last 24 years here where I just got so frustrated with the business. There were times where we just couldn't sell enough, and then times where we couldn't get enough cocoa beans, and times where farmers that we had worked hard to certify organic dropped out and we were back to not having enough cocoa beans. It's extraordinarily challenging and difficult it's been. So there have been times I've gotten extremely frustrated and wondered if we could continue. But despite all of that, this truly is home for me now, you know, and I truly do feel loved and love the people here around me, and that's kind of become my family.
Mott's quite vulnerable in many ways. He's a loner, although he'd like, obviously, to find an ultimate partner in life. But he's a really, really good friend, very sincere, very genuine, very honest. Couldn't want for a better mate, really. I'd say he was 100%.
In this life we live, we are only returning home. In this life we live, we are only returning home.
The creation of the Grenada Chocolate Company and the vision that Mott had and the way that I saw it as an environmentalist seemed to make perfect sense. He's created such a quality organization and such a quality product. I'm not surprised, I'm definitely impressed though.
He lives in this tiny room in the back of the factory, and he lives and breathes chocolate. People can take away from David's experience and his success. It's not financial success, but it's success in fulfilling his vision. And that's a very impressive story. Not many people can say that about their lives.
Really what drives me on is the responsibility, keeping this project going, and the joy of full immersion into it. Pretty lucky, I think, to have work I love doing so much that's also challenging and keeps me busy constantly.
I'm very proud of him.
I think we just have the chance to become a bigger and bigger international institution of where people go to see cocoa farming and chocolate making by cocoa farmers. We can help more and more people. We can become a much bigger part of the Grenadian economy.
In this life we are only returning home.
The goal here was to create a place that was more than just a hotel.
Jeez.
Every room has a little bit of a different flavor to it. This room is all about the bed. I really love designing spaces where I can watch people enjoy themselves.
Did you have those moments of like, oh my God, what am I doing down here?
I had a contractor that ripped me off for about $80,000. To me, a how is like in its infant stages.
Oh. So what's it like raising your little girl in paradise?
I love it.
I wake up every morning and I pinch myself.